Breaking news. Former Spfpa Vice President at-large Rick O'Quinn and his wife plead guilty to their roles in a scheme to provide and receive prohibited labor payments. Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025, Alexandria, Virginia. A Florida couple pled guilty today to conspiracy to provide and receive prohibited labor payments in violation of the Labor Management Relations Act, also known as the Taft-Hartley Act. According to court documents, since at least 2010 until November 2023, Ricky Dallas O'Quinn, 63, of Melbourne, Florida, served as both an officer and employee of International Union Security, Police, and Fire Professionals of America, SPFPA, a labor organization that represents protective security officers at federal workplaces. SPFPA executed collective bargaining agreements with several employers covering the security industry in several states. Ricky's wife, Mabel O'Quinn, was the founder, incorporator, and an initial director of Company 2, which provided protective security officers at federal workplaces in numerous states. While Mabel served as Company 2's chief executive officer and president, Ricky was involved in the finance, budget, and operations of the company since its inception in a clandestine role. Both Ricky and Mabel O'Quinn hid Ricky's involvement in operating Company 2. During this period, Rick O'Quinn was also the senior advisor to SPFPA President David L. Hickey, whose security guard union also represented patronus security officers. From at least 2010 to 2023, Individual 1 was the president of Company 1, which provides protective security officers at federal workplaces in numerous states. The O'Quinns conspired with Individual 1 to obtain government contracts by exploiting Company 2's status as a small woman service disabled-owned business. Company 1 used Company 2 as a subcontractor and advised Company 2 on what contracts to bid on and in which geographic locations, which produced financial benefits for both companies. In exchange, Individual 1 and his family would receive 40% of the ownership and/or profits of Company 2. From at least April 2013 through June 2024, Individual 1 agreed to award subcontracts from Company 1 to supply private security guards at various federal installations to Company 2. The proceeds from those awards totaled tens of millions of dollars. Ricky and Mabel O'Quinn are scheduled to be sentenced on September 17, 2025, and face up to 5 years in prison. Actual sentences for federal crimes are typically less than the maximum penalties. A federal district court judge will determine any sentence after considering the U.S. sentencing guidelines and other statutory factors. Eric S. Siebert, U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, Matthew R. Gagliotti, Head of Justice Department's Criminal Division, and Troy W. Springer, Special Agent in Charge, National Capital Region, U.S. Department of Labor, Office of Inspector General, made the announcement after U.S. District Judge Rossi D. Alston Jr. accepted the pleas. Assistant U.S. Attorneys Kathleen Robeson and Drew Bradley Lyons for the Eastern District of Virginia, and trial attorney Vincent Falvo Jr. for the Criminal Division's Violent Crime and Racketeering section are prosecuting the cases.